You're listening to the Higher Attitudes Podcast. Inspiration to lift your soul.
It all started with what to put in the bookcase and the wall decor. This is Julie. This podcast is entitled, What Do You Expect? We were getting married and setting up our apartment. My dad had given us a nice oak bookcase, which we stained and varnished together. We both enjoy books and had more than enough to fill it, hence the dilemma, whose books should be discarded and which books stayed. We had both lived single for several years and had established our own decorating styles. I thought my style was more tasteful, as tasteful as could be on a starving college student budget, and his was, more bachelor style. Ladies, you know what I mean. The styles did not blend well. We had a small one-bedroom apartment with limited decorating space, made smaller by the 30-plus plants he had brought from his horticulture class. He thought I purposely tried to kill them, but the truth is, as he has since learned, that I have not mastered the art of keeping plants alive. But that's another story. The first discussion, ensued as we realized that our expectations did not mesh as perfectly as we had naively assumed. Do you find your expectations of relationships, whether marriage, parent-child, friend, business coworker, or boss, or even acquaintance, do not match reality? Do you know what your expectations are? Maybe you feel the relationships are not working, but have no idea why. We have many unspoken expectations, most subconsciously present. We may expect order, kindness, control, or understanding, to name a few. But there are certain expectations that are universal, no matter the race, gender, or background, though the expression of these can appear different for each person. The first and most important one is love. Every person wants to feel loved. We will go to great lengths to fit in. We try to keep up with current fashions. We follow the crowd or give up our personal power in order to please, usually at the price of our own identity and freedom. We act overconfident to hide our insecurity, and we criticize or complain to draw attention. Whatever will hopefully garner a loving response, even a false one. Every action is either an act of love or a cry to be loved. When we think of actions as either love or a cry for it, it changes how we see behavior, whether our own or others. Your spouse or child may seem less annoying, and you see opportunities to serve. You become more grateful and less judging. The next one is appreciation. How do you feel when you put your best effort into a project and then receive no recognition, or worse, criticism? We all want to feel that our efforts matter and that we are appreciated. Try talking with your cashier and thanking them by name. How does it change the service they give you? I guarantee they will usually smile more and serve better. Another one, and all of these are related to love and how we receive it, but this one is respect. We each want to be treated as an equal. We want to feel like I am just as special as you. Yes, we have different skills and experiences, but I am just as special. Even a toddler wants to be treated with respect and will pitch a royal wobbly to receive it. And the next one is understanding and acceptance. The most common comment I hear from women about their husbands is, I wish he understood me. He's a great man, but he doesn't get me at all. We want people to understand and accept us as who we are. We want them to see the good in us, even if it is sometimes hard to find. Next comes nurturing. Each person wants to feel taken care of. They want to feel secure. That might mean a warm meal at the end of the day, knowing there's enough money to take care of the needs and wants, someone to hold you tight and comfort the stress away. Studies have shown that babies in orphanages often die from failure to thrive because they had not been cuddled and nurtured. Next is trust. When my children were younger and wanted us to give in to an activity that they were not sure was a good idea, they often played the "Don't you trust me, Mom?" card. They wanted me to trust them to make a smart choice, even if past experience was otherwise. We want to be trusted, but even more so, we want to trust those we associate with. The greatest pain we suffer usually is related to someone who we trusted or hoped we could trust, and that person betrays that trust. So why, if we all expect these gifts from others, why do we not offer them to others? Why do we hold back our love, knowing it is what we want and what they need? Often we are afraid to be vulnerable. They might refuse us or mock us. Someone might have betrayed us in the past, and the pain still stabs fiercely. We want others to go first, to show that they really love us. But in expecting others to go first, no one does. So the sadness and pain of waiting for them ruins the relationship. We may not know how to truly show our respect or trust, for example, without feeling weird. How do we help fulfill these basic expectations in our family, at work or at school, or wherever we may be? Simple. Always act in a loving, kind way to everyone, no matter their status. Talk to the cashier, wave to the homeless, or better, ask him his story. If your child or spouse is criticizing, or acting belligerent or pouting, what is their real message? Perhaps they want to be nurtured, or they feel that their efforts to please are not appreciated. Your coworker is cranky because she does not feel respected. 52 Ways to Live the Course of Miracles gives us a new perspective. She says that everything is either love or fear, fear that they are not lovable. Any act that is not in love is a cry for love. The anger, criticism, arrogance, meanness, withdrawing, or any other frustrating behavior are signs that the person is crying out for love in the only way they know how in the moment. Recognizing that can change how we interact. We can ask the questions to understand. We can look for the good in that person. We can show we honor and respect their opinion, even if we do not agree. After all, isn't this what we wish others would do for us? Treat them with the same kindness and respect you desire. Yes, we all have great expectations of how we should be treated. If we stopped worrying about how our expectations are being served, and look at how we can serve those in our sphere of influence, we may find our expectations may be met after all.
Thank you for listening. We'd love to have you join us on Facebook at facebook.com/higher-attitudes. Do you have an uplifting thought to share? Why not join our Facebook discussion group? Visit the group at facebook.com/groups/higher-attitudes to request membership. If you'd like to leave a question about a challenge you're facing, or if you'd like to share a thought about how you've overcome negativity, call 719-301-0303 and record your question or comment. Please note that carrier rates may apply. Again, call 719-301-0303 to leave a question or comment. We hope you've enjoyed the show, and we look forward to you joining us for the next episode of the Higher Attitudes podcast. Please remember that the advice offered in this show is intended for informational purposes only. Please read our full disclaimer in the show notes.